chill over here. I'm gonna take my seat. And that I'm part of this.
All right, are we ready?
Yes, we are.
I'd like to call the order of the October 24th, 2022 meeting of the Workforce Readiness and Economic Vitality Committee. Members of the public may be able to attend virtually through Cisco WebEx events or view the meeting recording by visiting www.tempe.gov/WREV for more information. It's important to understand that no formal votes or decisions about city programs, policies, or budgets will happen here. Our role is to explore various topics with staff and stakeholders and community members and to make recommendations to our council colleagues. We want this process to be transparent, inclusive, and easy for you to be a part of whenever you choose to be. And you can share your thoughts with us by filling out a comment card on any item on the meeting agenda or by reaching out to us directly with any other thoughts, questions, or ideas. We need you to fill out a comment card in advance that can be read into the record for any agendized item. The link to the comment cards can be found at our committee webpage at tempe.gov/WREV. And you'll also find the contact information for committee members and staff there for non-agendized questions as well. Councilmember Hodge.
I move to approve September 29th, 2022 Rev Committee meeting minutes.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, thanks. The next agenda is our public comment. Could Councilmember Aide Sapan, did we receive any public comment?
We did not receive any public comments.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, our first agenda item is item 4A1. That's a presentation on Tempe Pre-K, an update from city staff. So I'd like to welcome Marie Raymond and Naomi Farrell with Tempe Human Services.
Thank you, Councilmember. Thank you, Councilmember.
If there's another device on with audio, it's going to cause feedback in your area. So I would recommend if you have a phone or something, let's mute that.
Good afternoon.
Try again.
Good afternoon. Okay.
Hold on a second. I think that may be, oh, Sapan, you need to put your computer on mute.
It is on mute.
Annie, you need to mute yours. I know, but the speakers need to be muted. In the lower right corner, there's a little speaker.
Hello, are you able to hear me now? Yes. Okay, is that clear, better? Okay. So good afternoon, and thank you, Councilmember Keating and Councilmember Hodge, to provide the opportunity for myself, Naomi Farrell, the Director of Office of Education, Career and Family Services, along with Marie Raymond, Manager of the Office of Education, Career and Family Services. Today we'll present an update on our Tempe Pre program. Tempe Pre has operated for 6 years, providing high-quality preschool for Tempe children. This program operates in Tempe schools and uses vetted high-scope curriculum. Currently, there are 11 classrooms serving 198 students. We have many diverse families that access the program. There's a cross-section of 47% Hispanic or Latino and 31% Black. Without access to this high-quality program, at-risk children are 25% more likely to drop out of school, 40% more likely to become a teen parent, 50% more likely to be placed in special education, 60% more likely to never attend college, and 70% more likely to become justice involved. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce acknowledges the benefits of early education in building a strong workforce. The Chamber supports investments in early learning programs and calls out 4 key areas of focus. Foundation of success. Extraordinary development occurs from birth to age 5, forming the bedrock for lifelong health, intellectual ability, emotional well-being, and social functioning. 2, success in school and beyond. High-quality care advances children's early development, helping them build a range of critical skills necessary for their success in school and beyond. Long-term strategy. Investing in children's earliest years is a long-term upstream strategy for developing our nation's human capital. And finally, investment in America's future. It's a wise investment in America's future, strengthening business today while building the workforce we'll depend on tomorrow and for decades to come. Our Tempe Pre program provides equitable opportunities for our children and families. More than 80% of voters believe that creating equitable opportunities for children to get a strong start in life should be one of the highest priorities for government, and they are willing to raise their own local taxes to make these opportunities possible. This finding and others about voters' attitudes toward funding for children and youth services comes from a new national poll of U.S. voters who participated in the 2020 election, commissioned by Children's Funding Accelerator and conducted by FM3 Research in August of 2021. How has Tempe Pre evolved? In 2015, Council Work Group was formed, and in 2016, a 9-month feasibility study was conducted to assess whether or not this was a much needed program and service for our community. In 2017, Council took action and put together a 2-year pilot approved of 15 classrooms opening in August. In 2018, 5 classrooms were added for a total of 20 classrooms. And then in 2019, we opened access to tuition-paying families. So from 2017, 2018, and 2019, the classroom size was 20 classrooms serving 360 children. Unfortunately, in 2020, we found the need to reduce to 11 classrooms serving 198 children due to decrease in funding and the anticipated revenue shortfall due to COVID. I'm proud to say that the staff worked diligently during this time to keep the program open during COVID, giving parents the ability to continue working. In 2021, this was our rebuilding year to ensure parents could get back to work post-COVID. And this brings us to 2022, our 6th year of implementation. In all, our total served is 1,643. I'll now turn it over to Marie Raymond.
So leveraging support has value for families and the economic landscape of our community. 69% of our families expressed that access to Tempe Pre improved their family's financial stability. 68% said their enrollment allowed a family member to return to work or increase their work hours. 15% reported they were able to obtain secure housing, and 12% of our caregivers returned to or enrolled in school. So what happens when families are supported? Well, our Tempe Pre parent, Jessica Keene, recently said that we have been blessed to be a part of the Tempe Pre program since its inception. The impact of the program over the last 3 years has been profound on the overall well-being of our family. Not only has the program provided access to high-quality early childhood education for both of my daughters, it has also afforded me the opportunity to continue to advance my personal education and career. During this time period, we've seen a 44% increase in our gross annual income. This life-altering increase would not have been possible without this program. My gratitude for Tempe Pre staff and all of those that support the program cannot be put into words. Thank you. Thank you for providing a program that allows our community to reach our full potential. And just so you know, that is her daughter, Adeline, who is pictured on the slide. Thanks to the longevity of the program to date, we've had great processes and policies in place. Our program is highly regarded throughout the Tempe community and throughout the state, and this is evidenced by high program satisfaction results from families taking our survey and by wait lists of families waiting to access Tempe Pre. We're working hard to preserve the success of the Tempe Pre program through grading and blending funding. This includes leveraging federal funding from Head Start and the Child Care Development Block Grant, assisting in sustainability through coordinated financial assistance from several sources while allowing each individual funding source to maintain its identity. Additionally, within our own Office of Education, Career, and Family Services, we're collaborating on licensing, messaging, support from PIOs, and administrative tasks such as program registration and applying for COVID relief and grant funding. You can see from the circles here that the City of Tempe provides the $1.5 million in support. We also bring in half and full tuition paying families at around $340,000 annually. Our DES child care subsidies bring us approximately $22,000 monthly, which amounts to around $250,000 annually. Head Start funds 20 children to access the program at $135,000 annually. Our participation in the statewide Quality First Rating and Improvement System provides us incentives of $30,000 a year to help update our program's materials and supplies, and also fund scholarships for 3 families to access the program at no cost. And finally, but very importantly, is Tempe Elementary, who provides such in-kind services such as facilities to us at no charge, human resources support in terms of advertising for and hiring our teachers and instructional assistants, and then other supports such as staff supervision and nutrition services. So to date, grants and donations have augmented our budget. Oops, did we miss a slide? No, we didn't, sorry. As part of our commitment to support working families, Tempe Pre also hosts break camps and summer programming so that families don't have a gap in their access to care and learning for their children. And this is usually during the times when our schools are closed, and Tempe Pre continues to support our families. And then since the beginning of our program, we've had grants and donations that have been utilized to augment the budget. So in addition to Mayor and Council's operational support of Tempe Pre, we've also received well over $2 million of philanthropic and community support, largely for research and evaluation. The Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust committed over $500,000 for initial startup operations and to support our Quality First participation and teacher professional development and training. You can see we've also leveraged funds from the Arizona Community Foundation, the Jerry Brock Foundation, and the Garcia Family Foundation. I spoke recently just about the $30,000 in Quality First incentives, and we were also recently awarded $178,000 from the Arizona Department of Education to support kindergarten readiness. And so we can help to bridge that summer gap from the end of preschool to the beginning of kindergarten, so children don't have any learning loss. And then on the right-hand side of this slide, you can see the monies that have supported research and evaluation. And so Helios Education Foundation funded a $1.3 million longitudinal study that continues to be ongoing, following our children from preschool all the way into their early elementary grades. And First Things First funded a $250,000 study to look at the quality of our program. So again, new this year is our ability to access those Quality First scholarships. And so we are fortunate to be able to provide access to 3 of our families at no cost, thanks to these scholarships. And then we are really proud to announce that we were selected to participate in the National Center for Families Learning Activate project. And this brings together parenting adults of young children, specifically BIPOC parents, so Black, Indigenous, and people of color, along with early childhood practitioners. And we are going to work together to develop inclusive and equitable early childhood programs. So 2 of our Tempe Pre staff will be accompanied by 2 of our Tempe Pre parents on this 10-month initiative. We are so pleased to say that last Thursday evening, Tempe Pre was selected as Education Forward Arizona's North Star Award recipient for our exemplary early childhood program. And we thank Councilmember Keating for representing us and for receiving that award on our behalf. There continues to be broad support for early childhood. In looking at a decade of poll results from Washington State and nationally, they show consistent support for public investment in early childhood care and education. As you can see from the graphic, 71% of voters believe the challenges parents face balancing childcare and work during the pandemic are a serious or very serious issue. And 82% of voters believe it is extremely or very important for state and local governments to improve opportunities for all children to get a start in life.
We are currently in our last year of funding and recommend a 2-year supplemental funding at 1.5 annually. The funding supports teacher contracts and staff retention and program continuity for families and children. These pre-approved supplementals in the past years address these needed supports to avoid the gaps in program impacts. The picture you see on that slide is actually a recent fall break camp at Getz School. That concludes our presentation this afternoon, and we are here to answer any questions or comments.
Thank you very much. I don't have any questions. I just have a couple of comments. I mean, the material you've laid out once again have shown just how valuable Tempe Pre is to the community and to the families that it affects. Not only the young children, which I've said many times, we all agree early childhood education is a significant boon to getting a head start in life, but also the families that are able to go back to work or work more hours or find secure housing or go back to school. It's really one of those things that is affecting the family writ large and thus the community. So Tempe Pre continues to just be an amazing program that is hugely beneficial to those that are lucky enough to participate. And I say lucky enough because we do have we have a limited amount of seats that we're able to fill. And I really appreciate that you put in the polling numbers about broad community support for early childhood education initiatives like this, because I've made no secret that it is my intention to eventually bring this to the public for a full vote on universal pre-K in the city of Tempe. So, that is going to continue, and that's going to happen here sooner than later. But I also do appreciate, the need for supplemental funding to get the program through the next general election, which would be November of 2024. So I will definitely be supporting the increased the supplemental ask for the next 2 years. I think it's smart to do it 2 years at a time so we can get the teachers locked into a contract. They'll have some job stability there, but we will also work together closely on a larger initiative too, moving forward after that. So I really appreciate the work that you, Naomi, and Marie have done on this program. It wouldn't be as successful as it is without your guys' dedication. Certainly winning that award was It was awesome. I mean, you guys were there. It definitely felt great to have Tempe recognized as a leader in the Valley for early childhood education. So, we are going to continue the good work that Tempe Pre is doing in the city of Tempe for the foreseeable future. So I really appreciate the update and the perspective on the community support for the program as well. Councilmember Hodge, do you have any questions or comments?
I do. I do. Yeah, I haven't worked on it as long as you have, Councilmember Keating, on your end, but I have worked on it for many years on mine. I want to thank you guys for all that you do to do this, and I see it on both ends because it does. Preschool to prison pipeline is a real thing, and it hits the lower income and minority students all very hard, extremely hard. And what we're doing in Tempe is pioneer to other cities. And I've heard from other cities that they actually want to mimic what we're doing in the city of Tempe. So thank you so much for all the work you do. My question is, how can we help to get the word out even more? Because there are so many people who don't understand what that means for pre-K. And how can we be, as council members, not just myself and Councilmember Keating, but all 7 of us can be an advocate for this going out into the community? What would be the best way that you think we can help in that way? And answering questions, or what, just what help would you need from us other than funding?
Right. So I think part of it is definitely being aware of the program and the success of the program and what it can do for our families and our children. And so these presentations such as this are very helpful. We will be working with our communications team to really get the word out to the community, how successful the program is and what it can do and the importance of it. So again, I think it's just advocating and supporting those messages, whether you're reposting them, and then as you're out there talking to the community, again, talking about pre-K and the necessity of it, but the benefits as well for the entire community. Your breakfast a couple of Saturdays ago was very helpful too. Again, getting that community awareness out there about the program.
Thank you so much. What I will also do is, because I have a newsletter come out once a month, I'll actually have a standing part on my newsletter that will hit pre-K every time. So if you have some new pictures you want me to post or something, but I'll have a standing pre-K part of my newsletter that will always be there all the time. It won't never, but we can change the context, but I'll keep a part for it. And my second thing is, I am one to, I think that you need to visit what you see and what you represent. So I'm going to start touring all the preschools. I did it a few years ago, and I'm going to do it again. Would one of you guys would like to come with me to maybe explain? Because I'm a visual learner, and the more I see, the more I learn, and the more I can actually go out and communicate in the community. So I was just wondering if one of you guys would like to be one of my tours. So when I go visit the schools, I'm going to call next week and get that start schedule, and so I can start seeing all the preschools. So,
Definitely. We can schedule that. We are open to having all come out to tour. It's a great program to see.
yes, I seen it a couple years ago when it first came out, and it blew me away then, and I know it's going to blow me away again. I just love seeing the kids do the work they do, and thank you for that. So other than that, that's all I have. But thank you so much for that presentation.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hodge. Great work, Marie and Naomi. If we could get Councilmember Hodge those pictures of Tempe being recognized for her newsletter, I think that'd be great. Particularly ones where with the very handsome man holding the award.
I will definitely put that out there for you,
Great.
Councilmember Keaton. I saw a little glimpse of it on the screen, but I will definitely have you front and center on my newsletter on that one.
Thank you, Councilmember Hodge. Great work,
welcome.
team. I really appreciate your guys' work here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, the next on our item is item 4A2, and it's the Tempe Buzz Hub presentation. And it looks like we have Jill. Are you here right now, Jill? Hi, Jill. And it looks like we have Chelsea, also the Director of Operations for the cohort of Working Space. So thank you guys both for being here, and I will turn it over to you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hodge, and thank you, Councilmember Keating. We're here just to tell you a little bit about a new project we're very excited about, the Tempe Biz Hub. And it's a project that really, in a nutshell, is to provide online community and resource resources for small businesses. So it's a way for us to really expand and extend our reach into the small business community in Tempe in a variety of ways. And I don't want to steal Chelsea's thunder, so she'll tell you more about the details and how it works and some of the benefits of it, but I'll tell you kind of the background on where it came from. So we worked extensively with our partners, such as the Tempe Chamber, Downtown Tempe Authority, and Tempe Tourism, and a variety of business owners, and also conducted a survey to kind of figure out what were the things we could do to help them most. And we had the ability, thanks to you all on council being so generous with funding, for us to be able to provide this program. Then you approved the funding in November of last year. And so now we have 2 years to test this platform out and get it out to our community and help them in a variety of ways. And it'll help us serve between 150 and 200 businesses. We had a competitive bid process in which we awarded the contract for the platform to Cahoots, and it's an award-winning platform. The International Economic Development Council awarded them with a very prestigious recognition last year because it's been so successful in so many cities nationally and in our region as well. So we're looking forward to being able to help hundreds of businesses through this platform. Next slide, please. And we're going to be having an in-person launch event. Excited to be able to get back to in-person events. That'll be this Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. right here in Tempe City Council chambers. To check out the platform, folks can go to myhub.com/Tempe, or to sign up on the Eventbrite to attend the free demo event. They can also go to hub.vip.vip/Tempe launch. And again, I'm Jill Bushpacher, the staff contact for the program. It's my pleasure to help our business community. I'm the city's business liaison. And now, without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to my colleague with Cahoots, Chelsea Smith.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to tell you more about the Tempe Biz Hub and what small business owners are going to be able to access and engage with through this free resource platform. Next slide, please. So we've been working with the economic development team and Jill for the last month, preparing to get this resource ready. With all of our hub platforms, we like to make the resources really personalized to each of the cities that we work with the relevant information. So we've been busy working on that with the team as well. Next slide, please. So through the Tempe Biz Hub program, there are going to be free sessions for business owners and subjects such as social media, marketing, business operations, and finance. We're also going to be doing training labs specifically with subject matter experts to really help support business owners in a variety of areas. Through the program, business owners are also going to have access to the free platform, which includes on-demand training that's free to them, a directory of grant opportunities, a live community events calendar, and much more. And I'll show you a little bit more of that in my next couple slides. Additionally, those business owners that participate in our training lab sessions will also get 1 hour of free one-on-one support with an advisor in one of the subject areas that they need help with the most. Next slide, please. So when someone logs into the Tempe Biz Hub, as you can see on the screen, this is what they're going to see. And we like to really create not just resources in one place with our platform, but also a sense of community. So we encourage business owners to interact and introduce themselves to one another within the platform. Next slide, please. So one of the big resources that we have available on the platform is a learning library that has over 80 courses of free course content that business owners can access. All of these courses are available in English and Spanish. We have it as video content that they can access, audio content, as well as written summaries, and then downloadable templates and pieces of information that relate to what the course is on. Additionally, this platform, I forgot to mention earlier, is fully translated into Spanish. So all of the content that I'm presenting to you here, with a click of a button, the whole site will transform into Spanish, and all of that content is also available in Spanish as well. Our courses are updated on a monthly basis, and like I mentioned earlier, all of this is free to small business owners, and we have courses in a variety of subjects, including marketing, operations, business strategy, finance, web and Google courses, and so on and so forth. Next slide, please. As I mentioned previously, we do have on the platform a live community events calendar. So business owners can come on and see what events are happening within the Tempe community and also the Arizona community in general. We are pulling and sourcing events from all of the different organizations into this platform so that business owners can find it all in one place. Next slide, please. We also have a grants directory, and so we're sourcing grants and funding because we know how vital and important this has been for small businesses over the last couple years. So we make it really easy to search and find on the Tempe Biz Hub. So we look for grants both locally and nationally and compile them all in one place so business owners can find it really easily and get the help that they need through funding. Next slide, please. We also have a list of community resources all in one place. And so we've been working with Jill and some of the other community partners that are in Tempe to get them listed on this platform and make sure that they have the ability to also connect with a small business community and make sure that those resources can get to the businesses that need them. Next slide, please. And last but not least, I mentioned at the beginning of this that it really is a community. And so within the platform, business owners also have the opportunity to connect with other entrepreneurs in their own city. They can find people, not just business owners, but some of those community resource partners as well, and connect with them directly and message with them and engage with them through the platform. Next slide, please. So that is my overview of the platform, and I'm happy to answer any additional questions you may have.
Councilmember Hodge, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I don't have any questions, but I have a comment. I just want to thank you guys for your presentation. Can't wait for Wednesday to see it. And this is very exciting to me because this is all new to me, and I'm learning every chance I get about it. So I'm excited to see what happens on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, council member.
Yeah, I don't have any questions either. Just kind of general comments like Councilmember Hodge. This is great. I'm very excited for this. Tempe is always prided itself on being a business-friendly city. So not only are we business-friendly now, but we are adding resources to help businesses in Tempe be successful and help people that want to start a business in Tempe to be successful. So I'm really proud of what the work that you're doing on this, and the partnership with the Cahoots obviously is pretty cool. So this is exciting stuff, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to walk us through it. And I won't be there on Wednesday, but I'll definitely connect with Councilmember Hodge to get the skinny on how it all went. But I think this is really cool and very innovative, and it's very much on brand with what we like to do in Tempe. So I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you, council member.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, what do we got? Am I next here? Let me see. Okay, I am next. Says item A3. Wait, is this one? Yes, we're on. Discussing the Rev Committee work plan by stating how he and Councilmember Hodge have reviewed it separately. So me and Councilmember Hodge have reviewed the Rev Committee work plan separately. I don't have any changes to it at this time, Councilmember Hodge. I may in the future, and all that would mean is we'd have to go back to our colleagues and let them know that we're updating it. But I'm not sure. Did you have any changes to the current work plan?
No, I also do not have any changes to our rep committee work plan. So I move forward with the work plan and refer it to the council as the whole at the November 10th, 2022 council meeting work study session.
Yeah, I second that motion. So we will do that then on November 10th.
Thank you so much. Do we have any new items or future agenda items to consider for our next Rev committee meeting?
I don't think I do at this time, but again, that will be something we could add later.
Yeah, I do have one that I would like to add. I would like to see if we can bring the chamber, the Tempe Chamber, to our next council meeting, give an update on the new businesses that we have in the city of Tempe, and how we can support and I know the holidays are coming up. Maybe they can also give us an update on what's hiring so we can have that information out there for the workforce.
Oh, yeah, I think that'd be great.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay, I don't have any announcements. Do you?
I don't have any announcements either. So with that, our next meeting is to be determined because it's between the Thanksgiving holiday. And I was just talking to our wonderful council aides over here about how we can do that. So we have to determine that meeting coming up. On that, I ask, can we adjourn the meeting?
Our meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much, Councilmember Hodge. Thank you, staff.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.